anyone that you find that is successful, truly successful, they have had periods of their lives where, they are secluded, right? They are, not lonely, but alone. There's a big difference between lonely and alone, right? When you're lonely, you don't want to be by yourself. You feel sad almost because you're always by yourself. You have no friends, you have no this. Alone is where you are intentionally being by yourself to, do more with yourself. Have time to reflect upon yourself and spend time with yourself and figure yourself out pretty much. Okay, that's my definition of being alone and spending time alone. Right? It's time with you, time with God, okay? And for anyone that wants to be successful, but you're always out partying, you're always out doing random shit with random people that you don't even know, as long as you're not by yourself, because that would be a terrible situation if you're by yourself for longer than an hour. You can't do that. You always got to be with people. Then you're not going to be successful. You need to be by yourself to really figure yourself out, figure your passion out, figure your life out, what you're going to do, right? And once you even figure out what you're going to do, you need to spend a lot of time alone, grinding it out, working towards that goal. Okay, this is what I had to do for these past 11 months. I pretty much, essentially, I had to lock myself in a room for damn near a year, and I still kind of am. The first month or two, I wasn't as serious, into my trading because I thought it was gonna be a lot easier. Obviously, that's the way pretty much a lot of people go into trading. They think it's going to be really easy. And then, I started to face a couple of challenges. So I started to, dig my heels and actually work. And at that point in my trading, about 3 months in, I would say I put around 7 to 8 hours a day while going to high school, while having college classes. So, I was consistently working and having a job as well. So I was consistently working. I was consistently doing my shit to the point where I completely cut out games for about 11 months. And I was completely alone, right? No one really understood how I felt. I didn't really care that no one understood how I felt. I had parents that were, at the beginning, they were kind of doubting me. I love my parents. They support me now, but, they didn't know, what I know now. That, I don't know. It always was in the back of my mind that, they may be right. But, as I continued to, work, I figured it out that, it's possible. It's 100% possible. And, through that time alone, I found God, I would like to say. God started to, I don't know. I would have a lot of problems and I would speak to God about it. And it's crazy because a lot of the problems that I've ask for him to fix that, they're completely out of my control, he's fixed, right? And he's worked on them himself. And that doesn't come with me partying every single weekend, me going out with friends all day, all night. Okay, you need to spend time with yourself. You need to spend time alone for you to be able to have that connection with God, for to even engage that situation, that engagement with God, right? And that's something very important. To me, at least, is time alone and time for myself. Right? It's always good that have friends and spend time with them. But if you're really trying to lock in on something, if you're really trying to, achieve your goals and give back to the world, you need to be, I would like to say, selfish. Right? A lot of people have, they have a misconstrued concept on selfishness and being selfless and all that. Right? For you to be able to give back to the world, you need to be selfish at first with your time. Okay? You need to be selfish with your time, right? Not spending a lot of time with friends and all that. So later in life, you can give back, right? And there's this one quote by Key Glock, and it was from it's from his song called Sunshine. Busy working all the life, gave the family no time. I apologize for the whole family for being selfish. But the whole time I was trying to make the family wealthy, right? So that's like the whole point of it, is that everyone's going to look at you as a selfish person when you're spending all this time alone trying to figure your shit out. Because everyone else is lost. They're always focusing so much on other people, what other people think of them, what they're doing on Saturday night. They're not focused on themselves, okay? And when you focus on yourself for a specific period of time, you will essentially figure yourself out to the point where you can help other people. Okay? You look at all these people that say, you're so selfish, all this and all that. You look at them, they think they're selfless, but what are they doing? They're doing absolutely nothing. They're not changing their life, which in return can change anyone else's life. They're doing absolutely nothing. They're not helping people. They're not helping themselves. They're not doing anything. They're not doing anything to this world. They're not changing the world at all. They're just, I'm sorry, but just a dot on the earth. All right? They're not changing. They're not trying to change anything. They're not trying to impact anyone's life. Okay? And this all comes from just spending time alone and being able to, handle yourself while being alone. Right. And, I've always kind of been, a quiet person. I'm not super out there. So it was kind of easy for me to, transfer from playing 8 hours of video games when I first started to now, spending those 8 hours a day trading and studying by myself. I don't really mind. I actually enjoy kind of the silence rather than, going to parties. I've went to a few parties. I've went to, football games and all that. And once you kind of get to this point of, self-development, you realize that a lot of that stuff is a waste of time. Okay? Because you look around at the party, the environment you're in a party, the majority of parties, right? And at football games, a lot of them are fucked. Okay? There are a lot of them that's just a bunch of drunk people, a bunch of, kids that are high, shit like that. Like, they're just doing crazy shit. Why would I ever want to spend my time doing that? Why would I rather do that than, sitting home on a Saturday night and working on my shit? Right? And a lot of people don't understand that. People think, what everyone thinks is, fun, that they think that's going to be fun, but it's not. Personally, I don't think partying and all that shit is that fun. Okay? I would rather spend my time with boys that are actually like-minded with me, working on their own shit. And or just completely by myself. I would rather that than do stupid shit, right? So yeah. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you all want to join my Discord, it'll be in the description. It's called Creed. We do have free analysis in there. I post my analysis each and every single day in there, based on my thoughts on NASDAQ, as well as I have a couple analysts in there that I've got in there, and I got free Notion templates that I spent time on talking about ICT concepts and psychology. And yeah, we're always in VC. I do a couple, live streams a week, live trading. So if y'all want to join up in there, say what's up. We'll be down there. Work hard, assert creed, and insist improvement. I'll see y'all boys later. Peace out.